the other side of the coin, worst pick ever. There's a lot of competition for this one, and I'll name my final one, two, three, four, and they are Troy Williamson, Demetrius Underwood, LaQuan Treadwell, and Lewis Cine. Now, LaQuan, that might be a little tough, but that one did not work out for the Vikings, and he is still in the league. But if you're going to ask push come to shove, I'm going to go because of what they did to acquire him. Their worst draft pick in history is Lewis Cine with Demetrius and Troy Williamson pushing right up behind him.
Well, you've been doing this a long time. When you Google, because when you sent me the thing, and I was like doing my research, and when you Google worst picks, and your own story pops up. That's now 14 years old. I did the top 5. Interesting. I don't remember really doing this, although I vaguely. It's not a good sign.
No.
My number 2 was the first round picks from 1990 to 92, because they didn't have those picks because they traded them for Herschel Walker. So if you want to get technical, the worst draft picks, first rounds in Vikings history, are the 3 that they peed away on Herschel Walker. So that was my number 2. But my number 1, or I'll go through the others. Number 5 was Jim Dunaway. This back in 63 when they were competing with the AFL. In 63, they picked a defensive tackle, Jim Dunaway, number 1, a Hall of Famer in the second round, but he ended up being Bobby Bell, played for the Chiefs. So you had that whole era where you're taking guys that never played for you at all. And there was another guy named Jack Snow. This would be in your wheelhouse, 1965. You remember Jack Snow?
Played out in L.A., didn't he?
Yeah, he wanted no part. He was an actor. He went on to become an actor. I think he went to Notre Dame as a receiver. He was more of the sunshine and that type of guy. So he's like, I'm not playing. I'm not going. It might be God's country to you, but to someone like that, it was God's forsaken country.
His last name is Snow. What's his name?
I know.
Is it short for Snowflake, Mark? Is it short for Snowflake?
Yeah, exactly. He was a pre-snowflake. But when you really go when you peel away the onion on that one, they did get a guy named Gary Larson in return. Gary Larson has spent a year out there backing up the fearsome foursome. Comes over, is part of the Purple People Eaters. Not the most celebrated, but so at least they did something with that. With that capital and got Gary Larson.